Hi everybody, welcome to episode 5 of The Big Picture, where we help you see, think, and act big. Welcome Dave.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm doing good, and I'm excited to have our episode today because we have a wonderful guest right beside us.
Hello. And then let me introduce her first. Our guest for today, we specifically invited her here because we think she will provide a lot of value for you guys, to all our listeners out there, about thinking differently. Not only that, building your own brand, building your own product. And if you're really interested, stay tuned. Our guest for today is only 23 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and at that age, she is able to build and create two recognizable brands: the Pop District and Sugbu Mercado. Yes. If you're not from Cebu, when you come here, people know what Sugbu Mercado is, and it's created a lot of following. Every weekend, I spoken to a lot of friends. We go to Sugbu Mercado and treat ourselves with really different types of food and different type of really lifestyle. And Pop District, she'll tell you more about that later on. But it has also created a lot of followers from all around, not just Cebu City, but all around Besides even now, and even probably the whole country. But you see, enough of that. Let me welcome Charmaine de Leon.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hello. So I'm so excited to meet Charmaine here, Joseph, because so I've been to Sugbu Mercado. I think all of the Sugbu Mercado. So I especially love the Echo Park and here in
SRP.
Yeah. The vibe is cool. The music is there,
Yes.
and we're supporting local products. And I think we are an advocate for sharing the beauty of Cebu. So.
Just out of curiosity, can you tell us a story of how it came about? How did you, launch yourself into the business?
It actually started when I attended. Just to give you a background, I used to have an online shop, so I'm active in joining bazaars. And then, as I was selling, I saw a little problem in the bazaar scene in Cebu. So the thing with the bazaars in Cebu before was that it was incorporated in corporate events and parties.
Yes.
So the focus isn't really on the bazaar itself. So that's when me and my friends came up with Pop District Bazaar, which is, as the name itself, it's focused on the bazaar. We're there to create a shopping experience, and we're there to promote local products and local entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So it's a platform for new businesses, startups to showcase their products to the public. So, of course, we know how expensive it is to rent your own space,
Yes.
have all air conditioning, electricity, and all that. So, Pop District Bazaar is there for that. So, you can market your products, you can test out the market if it's food, you can you'll know if people respond well to your product. So that's when we came up with Pop District Bazaar, and it launched last September 2015.
So it's been going on for a couple of years now.
Yeah, we're on to our 5th leg this summer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's tri-annual now. We have the summer one, usually April, September, and December for the holiday one.
Alright, okay. So, I was fortunate enough, to kind of observe you guys, I think on your 3rd leg.
Yeah.
And you were very, organized with how you handle your tenants and, the rules and everything. I was definitely impressed about that. How did you came to that level, from where, when you started to that level of, level of organization?
It was definitely hard because my educational background, is not business as a profession, architecture.
Yeah.
So we definitely had to learn everything from scratch. Observing how other bazaars work and how, as a tenant, as a seller, how I think it should improve definitely helped. So there was a lot of learning involved, a lot of communicating with more successful business owners, asking for their advice.
So you have mentors?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Like I think it's one of the greatest have that you can ask friends how to do this and that, and
exactly.
of course they're more than willing to help. So that really helped us a lot in starting the business.
Let me back up a little bit. You mentioned your degree is more architecture. How did you went from that
Switch
to
up.
yeah?
Ever since I was young, like elementary days, I was really into business. Like I would sell anything to my classmates, anything that I can see like a product having a good profit margin, I would resell it.
Yeah.
So and with being in the Chinese community, you're really exposed to business. So I think that's one of the reasons why ultimately I was veering towards going to business.
Okay. But is it a decision that came in later on, or is it's already there?
It definitely came later on. Actually, I thought about the concept while I was waiting for graduation. So it was really.
So this was when you were 21 years old or something?
Yeah, when I was 21. Yeah. So I was geared towards, because of course in architecture you have to do apprenticeship for 2 years before you can take the board exam, and usually it's allowance or minimal salary.
Right.
But then at that time I needed more than that, because I also support my family.
Yeah.
So business was really the way to go.
Wow.
Because even when I was in college was when I started my online shop, and it really had good revenues. So I wanted to continue doing business.
So you're doing online selling and then schooling at the same time. Okay. Yeah, I just like to address our listeners, and it is this, and this is what I usually see. There's always this business inclination at the onset, and I don't know if you have business experience. Did you also try selling?
I actually saw the Wolverine before.
Yeah.
Back in college, and I used it to play Dota.
Yeah, I mean, this is also something. It's kind of a trend that I see from the creators or the creatives, where they usually it's always been there. And for you guys who are you're in that line, business is calling you, and if you're not there though, you're probably very focused on your education back then. It's still not too late. We have a lot of stories with entrepreneurs who started on their 50s and 60s, and if that's something that you want, go for it. But going back to Charm, so now you established Top District Bazaar, and what was the what do you think made it what it is now? Because I've also started a business, and there's always this grind, right? I mean, what's the how do you call that? The turning point, or the point wherein you think, oh, this is really going somewhere.
Well, Top District Bazaar, when it launched, it definitely opened up a lot of doors. So, and we honestly didn't expect it to be what it is now. But of course, we were hopeful. In business, you have to. When you start a business, you kind of have to be flexible at first, especially with your rates, and especially when people don't know you yet or don't trust you as much yet. That was one of the struggles we had with Top District, especially because we were young.
Yeah.
We were in our 20, 21, so it was hard to get people's trust. But then when we launched our first one, it definitely opened up a lot of doors. Also, Sugbu Mercado was one of those opportunities. So, with everything, I guess what you have to do is, like what you said, the grind. Just don't stop. Just keep on going. If the public responded well to your product, don't kill it by lazing around. Continue improving your product. Talk to your consumers. That's one of the big helps also that we had with Top District. We kept on asking the customers, the tenants, what we can do to improve.
Yeah.
So, constant communication with your consumers.
So, Charm, I was wondering how the business works. So, Like where do you get the like marketing? Do you do marketing? Do you how do they pay you, or how where the money comes from? So can you share it to us so that our audience as well understand, and maybe some in their place if they're somewhere else in a not so major city, they might want to start their own bazaar. So yeah, can you share that to us?
So a bazaar is basically leasing and subleasing. So you lease a lot or a place, and then of course all the other aspects of like finance goes into that. Then you sublease that to your tenants. So I would be lying if I wouldn't say it's profiting, but then like we try to as much as possible to make it minimal because we're targeting startups here, like here. So one of our visions in Sugbu Mercado is what we always say is we want to create we want to have business creators, not just job seekers.
Wow,
So job creators, not job seekers. So when you start a business, of course you have employees, and so it's what we're really promoting: starting a business, putting your idea out there. Like in Sugbu Mercado, we encourage even if you don't have culinary background, if you're a home cook, if it's your grandparents or your parents' recipe, it's a great way to skyrocket it in Sugbu Mercado and test out the marketability of your product.
So do you have like first-hand stories from those who lease under you?
Actually in Sugbu Mercado, since we've been operating for more than a year now, we have tenants who slowly going into the mall.
Wow.
They already have stalls.
That's like,
I don't know. I think I saw Piña Colada.
Yeah, they're in
SM now.
Yeah.
And they started in Sugbu Mercado.
They started in Sugbu Mercado, yeah.
Thank you, sir. That's amazing.
We already have around roughly maybe 10. So we call it Sugbu Mercado success stories.
Wow.
When they open their own restaurant, when they open their own stalls, yeah. So because of course if the product is good, people are there's a high demand.
Yes.
So people would want to be for it to be accessible every day. Then Sugbu Mercado is open on weekends.
So I would observe that your approach to marketing is a little bit different with respect, and this goes to both Sugbu Mercado and Top District. Can you explain the mindset behind that?
With Sugbu Mercado and Pop District, the common marketing strategy we do is social media marketing. We're targeting millennials here, so millennials are people who have a really strong power in the internet. Like we can see it in social media how one post can just go viral that instant, diba? So they're really influential people. So that's the platform we're trying to use. So if you notice in Pop District, we invite bloggers. These are social media influencers as well. So when these millennials, and it doesn't stop there, it doesn't stop in social media, they also tell it to their parents, their families, their friends. So there's also the word of mouth. So that's what I see that's really effective in our way of marketing.
Yeah, that's cool. I have another question. You started this in 2015. We're now in 2017. How did this change your life?
Like I said earlier, it really opened up a lot of doors, and in the business standpoint, it's making us more mature. So for example, for Pop District, since Pop District is only 3 weekends in a year, we're already planning to put up a shop that's similar to Pop District, but it's open every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a retail store, it's a multi-branded concept store by Pop District.
Just like a small mall.
Yeah, it's like a small mall in a retail concept, yeah.
Nice.
And for Sugbu Mercado also, we're already, other than our branches that's still open every weekend, we're already planning to open up the market. It's called The Market by Sugbu Mercado. It's gonna be open also 6 times a week. So
where?
In Mandaue. We'll be this summer, so we'll be announcing soon the details.
Thank you for announcing.
You heard it from us.
Yeah. So it really makes you more mature. Like of course when you like when I started as an online shop, like growing from that also to having like a physical store, it makes you grow.
Yeah.
So and along the way you learn a lot from the experiences, from the people you meet, from the clients, customers, and that kind of.
That's the last question.
I have one more question.
We have one more question, yeah. This is a question that most of our listeners might wonder, right? Is it financially, in a financial standpoint, is it something they could look forward to if ever they want to start such business, or do you think it's worthwhile to, in a financial standpoint?
The answer is yes.
Right.
And with me, that I do multiple businesses at once that doesn't demand as much time as being in the office every day.
Yeah.
So with both Top District and Sugbu Mercado, like I said, we encourage people to do business. So other than being the organizer itself, being financially good, being the tenant also. Like
You also have your own.
yeah, it also have its own perks. Because like in Cebu Mercado, when you start in Cebu Mercado, of course you usually have a daytime job. But then most of our tenants now do Cebu Mercado full time. Even if like people see it, people see it as it's only open on the weekends. What did they do on the weekdays? But it takes a lot of preparation in the food, shopping for the materials or the
Because it's
products.
also open, I think, it starts at 4, 4 to like
5
o'clock.
to 1 a.m.
Oh.
5 p.m. to 1 a.m. Thursday to Saturday. Yeah. So it's really feasible for it to be your full-time job or full-time in business. In business, there are lots of opportunities you didn't expect to open up when you just started.
Yeah. So you mentioned, you're targeting millennials. You yourself is a millennial. I think both of us were like,
I'm a millennial.
Anyway, how much, for millennials, time is really of essence. There's like so much emphasis on it with benefit to effort. So how much time do you put in, like on a weekly basis?
That's a nice question.
Actually, now I put in with business. The difference with business and work is that even when you're off duty,
there's no such thing.
You're still on duty.
Yeah,
There's no such
like
thing.
especially now, like your phone is so accessible to you.
Yeah.
People can email you, message you anytime, call you any time of the day. Sometimes people forget that it's after office hours, but then that's the thing you have to invest in if you're in business. So maybe I go to the office 4 or 5 times a week.
So you have a physical office?
We have a physical office for Sugbu Mercado, and then coffee shop has our office for Pop District.
Yeah.
So maybe put that all in maybe 4 times a week. But then, like I said, I'm always accessible to my phone. People can call me anytime. So it's really a full-time job being in business.
So it's one of the things I would like to, because is this something, I know you started doing bazaars, but do you see this as something that's aligned with your passion all along?
Yes, because my passion when as I started business, I came to know that my passion really is about business and encouraging people to do business. Even on the side, I'm not telling them to quit their job and start a business. Well, if you want to, you can, but then you can also do it on the side. Because like I said, most of the daytime jobs require you to be present in the office 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
After that, you have 16 hours more to do whatever you want with your free time. So, a good formula maybe is 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours to do business. You hustle hard, right? So, I think that's one of the things I learned also along the way. Employment is not bad. The country needs employment. I'm not saying it's bad, but starting your own business, even small businesses, online shops.
On the sides, perhaps?
On the side, yeah. You don't have to directly make multi-million corporation or stuff like that.
We call that sidepreneurs.
Sidepreneurs.
Yeah,
It's a good term.
Because you're entrepreneur on the side. So speaking of learnings, what are, if you were to boil down your 3 important things that you've learned so far in running your business that our listeners can get hold of after they listen to this episode? What would it be?
Maybe first, what I really believe in is that if you have a good product and you market it well, it's a no-brainer you're gonna have a successful business. So, but then to continue that, because you're gonna launch successfully good. To continue that, you always have, second is you have to always communicate with your consumers. You have to know what they think because your business standpoint might not be the same in their consumer standpoint. So you have to listen to them, you have to consider their suggestions. And third is don't lose sight of the goal, I guess. Because when you're successful and you're continuing doing your business, you might it might stagnate you. You might forget to grow. So always, when you reach your goal, adjust it to get a bigger goal.
Oh,
So
nice.
always push yourself.
There's always a mountain to climb, right?
Yes.
So we're actually almost ending this interview, and I think we're just going to share what we've learned while talking to Charm, our very charming lady here. At a young age, I'm so impressed by when you started, you've become involved in a group that's most importantly helping entrepreneurs like start, and that's one of my passions actually, because I always want to show people that there are options out there, and if you just follow your passion and follow what you love, and you could make it happen. And this could be if you're listening to this, if you have a good product that you want to share, you can always connect with Charmaine.
Yeah.
And I also love how you're able to do the social media marketing and with the big it's in today's technology you can easily do that. So I'll probably use that, and probably you can learn a thing or two.
I will tell you, Dave, I think Sugbu Mercado, or was it Pop District, was the first ones that I've seen on my feed who actually did a sponsored post. One of the first ones that I've seen in my feed. Because before, normally people don't really.
Maybe you just like food and
Foods, that's right. They don't engage. They allow it to follow a natural flow. But
you have
now
to be intentional.
now people are boosting. Our events we really boost it because otherwise it's much more. The difference is so much greater.
What have you learned?
Oh yeah. So I think what I learned from you is it's really having this one message. If I look at Up District and Sugbu Mercado, there's this cohesiveness to your concept, being true to the concept, and I like the fact about that you shared about testing your product. I think listening to you mentioned it a couple of times, to listen to your customers, to listen to your audience, ask them the questions on how you can make things better for them. And I think the reason why I like to zoom into that is because sometimes we're just so caught up with our product and our concept, but by the end of the day, it's really about the people who will consume your product, who will use your product or your service. How and then when you listen to that, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why you guys grew.
So let's move on to our next round.
Okay.
You asked the first question.
So this is to get to know you more, and the first question is, what makes you wake up in the morning aside from coffee?
Aside from coffee, it's really what makes me wake up in the morning is the goal. So of course, when you go about your day, you already know what you're doing, what it affects, especially in your business or in your social life. Waking up and thinking of that goal and investing in small steps towards that goal. Yeah.
Okay, so I just like to slip in this question. And do you predetermine how you go about the day or the week, or is it?
Yeah, usually I am a planner type of person. So usually I already set my meetings ahead of time. I already have.
Is it? Do you have a weekly thing where next week this and this will happen?
Yeah, we have weekly meetings for Sugbu and for Pop District, and then also meetings in between. So it's really all about planning your schedule for me. But then, of course, being flexible also to new opportunities that may come. So, don't get distracted or disoriented. I mean, if your day doesn't go as planned, because you never know if that opportunity will open up to more opportunities.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can you give me? Sorry, I just like insert this.
I thought there was a lightning round.
This is no. I'm just saying. Like, can you give me like what are the opportunities? Because you always mention like opportunities that will open up. Like, can you give me like one example of that?
Okay. One of the major examples really is Sugbu Mercado. Since I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but Sugbu Mercado we partnered with Cebu Mercado because they heard about us from Lock District Bazaar. So both actually launched on the same weekend. So like even some people thought we were competing, even if it's food and lifestyle.
Yeah.
But then because of the success of Pop District and word traveled to the founders of Sugbu Mercado, which are now my partners, they invited us to a meeting. So coming into the meeting, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But then we opened up our minds to what they had to say, and then eventually it gave birth to what Sugbu Mercado is now. So it's really like the quote, the opportunity knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You really have to open it. Doesn't mean you have to buy in what they're selling, but then you will learn a lot along the way. So don't close your doors to opportunities you might think is sketchy or.
Yeah.
But of course, you have to be safe. So
Yeah.
you have to weigh pros and cons.
I just love that question. Open-minded. Come on. Anyway, let's move on. So, who or what inspires you?
Wow. I think mainly it's my family. It's my family because mainly what I'm doing is for my family. For my family now and my family in the future. Diba? So
Wow, your future husband is so lucky.
But yeah, your family is your rock, really.
Yeah.
So whatever comes, they will always be there, and it's always a good investment to invest in your family.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Next question.
So, what can you advise?
Yeah.
We have a lot of OFW listeners. What can you advise to them? You know, they probably want to come home and they're wondering, like, what I'm gonna do in the Philippines if ever I want to go home.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Actually, even in our age now, a lot of people are going abroad for better opportunities. But then, what I always say to them, I mean, I don't discourage it. It's not a bad thing because you get to experience a different culture.
Yeah.
You get to be really independent.
Yeah.
But then, the thing there, I guess, is that because they don't think they can make as much money
Exactly.
abroad as they will here. But then, I try to break that mindset by, especially in business, because in the corporate ladder, of course, it's gonna take years for promotions and stuff. But then business, if you work on your product hard enough and you believe in it hard enough and people respond to it well, you really can earn as much in the Philippines and Cebu especially. Because I'm an advocate also of Cebu products, locally made products. They're really products we should appreciate more because they're our own. We should be proud, like how other countries are so proud of their culture and their country.
Yeah, we should be.
Yeah, sometimes
I love that.
Filipinos lack that sense of patriotism. Yeah. So I think we have to learn that from other countries and apply it to our own.
Right. So we're down to our last question. It's very hard. It's very hard. Where can people find out more about you?
Oh. Of course, I'm in social media. It's DeLeon Charmaine in all platforms, and email info@districtevents.co.
Alright.
Yeah.
So we will add that to our show notes.
Yeah. Maybe.
The big picture that page /episode 5, right? So episode 5/episode 5. So I think that's a wrap for our episode.
I mean, thank you so much for
Thank you for
raising
having
us in this show. And I wish you more success in the future, and for you guys, I hope you're inspired with our guests for today. I'm inspired.
Yeah,
Leon
I'm
and
so
I
excited.
are so excited, and I coming in. I know it's gonna be good, but now I think we have a really great episode. Thank you, Charmaine.
Thank
And
you.
for you guys, stay tuned. We're
Yeah.
gonna put this up in a couple of weeks.
So, no, we're gonna see.
Not gonna say it in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we're gonna announce it on the site. Follow us and join the Big Picture community.
Yeah, we have a Facebook group actually, and I have a plan of giving out because here in the big picture it's all about the mindset. We believe that it's all started, and we haven't asked this question to you, Charmaine, but I believe that it's all about reading books as well. So I'm the big picture. We're thinking of giving out books. So if you want to learn more on our work, we're gonna buy a fully book. You can pick it up in fully book, and just like our page on facebook.com/big picture, and we will share to you how to win or join that contest. So,
All right.
yeah. So
Thank you. And then, of course, this episode is brought to you by Podcast Engineers, your company.
my company.
And of course, this space is free. Summary.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank you, of course. And with that, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for paying attention.
Yeah,
And
see you.
See you. Goodbye.
See you next time.